guys, I'm Marcus. This is the Adventurer's Hut. Oh no, it's Adventurer's Lair. Sorry, my English is almost there. And here with us we have Hannah Paisley, or H.S. Paisley. She's a writer, an actress, a dancer, a musician, a basketball player, an adventurer with a lot of style. Hannah, welcome to the Adventurer's Lair. Please introduce yourself.
Thank you. Yeah, as you said, I do a lot of different things. My name is Hannah. I go by Hannah Sunley Paisley. That's my full name, my government. When I'm playing basketball, I played basketball at the University of Ottawa and played a few years professionally, but I've always been a writer. Because Hannah Sunley Paisley is a bit of a mouthful, I self-publish as H.S. Paisley, and I have 4 books out right now. I am currently working on my fifth. And I have a neglected YouTube channel called Hannah's Overinvested, and I'm very thankful for this
Shame.
opportunity to
Shame.
get back into things. Yes,
Well,
I know. Theater school was a little all-consuming.
yes, we will talk about this a little bit, but before I want to say the titles of the Hannah's books. Okay, let's go. Magic Require, a Lachlan Evelyn
Illegal.
novel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Heaven Required, Dominion Required, all Lachlan books, and Blood, Kin, and Curses, a Edson Blake novel, Volume 1. And we have a preview, Who is Robin Hood? I said
Oh
right.
yes, who is Robin Hood? So that's actually I wrote a kids play. And that
Oh,
Who is Robin Hood is a kids play, and I kind of based it on like I love Robin Hood stories. Robin
oh,
Hood is one of my
oh my,
favorite characters of all time.
oh my God! I will love watching you to react to Robin Hood Disney and Robin Hood Men of Tides in Tides
I've seen
for Mel
them. I've seen
Brooks.
them all many times. I've seen them
Oh,
all.
yeah.
I love them. My favorite is the Kevin Costner, even though everybody makes fun of it
Because the accent.
because of the accent, and because like Alan Rickman totally steals the show.
Oh yeah,
So
anything.
good. I love it. I love it so much. So when
Okay.
I got hired to direct this Robin Hood play, I asked the producer if I could write a play. And so basically, Who is Robin Hood follows these 5 kids, modern day, and they get an assignment in class to research who is Robin Hood. And through the play, we get 3 different versions of who Robin Hood is in 3 different worlds: a classic world, a dark world, and a world with a bit more of a twist. So I had a lot of fun writing that. But yeah, that should be up on my website soon. I'll post the play, and if people want to do it, it'd be cool. Like it was really fun. It's about 35, 40 minutes long, but yeah, that's a play. That one,
Oh,
Who is Robin Hood?
oh, nice, nice. And well, talking about Alan Rickman, I must ask the great pop culture question, right? Die Hard Eats or is not a
Of course, it's
Christmas
a Christmas movie.
movie?
It
Yeah.
is a Christmas movie. Yes,
Thank you, thank you,
yes,
thank you,
of
thank
course.
you.
Like a Christmas movie, it has to take place at Christmas.
Yes.
If there's no Christmas party at Nagatomi Plaza, nothing happens. It's a Christmas movie, and
And,
there's Christmas music. It must happen at Christmas for it to exist. It's a
and we got a Christmas miracle. In the
Yeah,
end, in the end, McLean was right.
yeah. We have a Christmas miracle.
Oh, thank you,
Yippee
Hannah.
ki Let's go.
Yeah, I watch every year in Christmas. Every year.
It's so good. I
It's
mean,
a
Hans
tradition.
Gruber is one of the greatest villains.
Oh yeah,
So good.
yeah.
He's so
Alan Rickman was a great actor.
yeah. You ask for miracles, Theo. I give you the
Mhm.
FBI.
Ah,
Oh, so
yeah.
good. Love it.
And
I would say that the most my one of my favorite Alan Rickman
uh,
movies, maybe my favorite Alan Rickman movie, is Galaxy Quest.
oh yeah, Galaxy Quest is awesome. Did you
It's the best.
watch the documentary?
I have a reaction to the documentary on my channel.
Oh, I can't watch. I
It's
like
so good.
when he go to Tim Allen and say, "Yes, that's acting." Well,
Yeah. I would love to see a version of Galaxy Quest where they're all swearing. Like put all of the because they
yes.
were talking about in Never Surrender, the documentary about how they were cursing everywhere, and I want to see that version.
Oh yeah,
It's
yeah.
so I love Galaxy Quest. I
Uh,
could watch
uh,
that
and the
over and over.
practical effects, wonderful.
Yeah, I was actually just talking to my neighbor about Superman, the new Superman movie. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice, but it's it's not. I mean, he get beat up for almost 90 minutes, and the dog steals the show, right?
I think that there were some flaws, but I think it is truly a comic book brought to life with
Yes.
all of the nonsense, all of the off color, like
It,
the off jokes, every things not making sense, shallow characters, deep character. Like
it,
it's just a comic book brought to
yeah.
life. There's nothing
It,
more
it,
than that. But there were so many visual artists, like the visual effects artists. The list was so long. And I
yes.
can't imagine that for some of those things, practical effects aren't cheaper. Like they're like it's why Spider-Man 2 still looks fantastic.
Exactly.
You know, it's
Exactly.
because of the practical effects are timeless.
Yes.
So
Uh,
I hope we're getting to a point where studios start to go back to more practical effects
yes.
because
The
they're unbelievable.
the guys of the Corridor Crew, it's a YouTube channel. They review good and bad effects, special
Oh,
effects.
okay.
Yeah, and they are always telling practical, 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 right? And the movie is nice, but are some moments. It's James Gunn, right? And are some moments I go, yeah, they going deep like Rocket in the end. Listen, Florence the Machine, and no, they just let another joke. But it's a comic book movie, and I love Guy Gardner. He is my favorite Green
Uh,
Lantern.
you put Nathan Fillion in pretty much anything, and I'm like, he's the best character.
And you
It
know,
doesn't
he
matter.
made
He's
the
so
voice of
good.
Green Lantern in the DC cartoons for a long time,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But
I love Nathan
oh,
Fillion.
oh yeah, yeah.
He's
He
so great.
yeah, Firefly. It's underrated show.
It is so good. I love it
Oh,
so.
you will be a wonderful Zoe for Halloween.
I have been.
Oh my God! Where are the both photos? Oh my God! Wait, wait.
I'll send you a photo
Uh,
after of my Zoe.
oh, well, we're losing a
I
little.
basically I feel like as an actor, like I'm just entering the business. I just finished shooting a commercial, and I my ultimate dream is that I just get all of the roles Gina Torres is too old for. I mean, she looks fantastic
Oh,
and she's amazing and she's
oh
whatever,
yeah,
but
yeah.
whatever she's a little too old for, like I'm here, I'm available. I will be the best Gina Torres B you ever had. She's so great, and yeah, Zoe's a great character. What I would love, I mean, I don't know if this is real, would ever happen, but I would. I mean, I think we could get a Shepherd book backstory.
Yeah, Shepard always. He always
I mean,
was.
he was an operative, right?
Oh
He was
yeah,
an operative.
he was. He was. How do you say? Um, retired. Oh, he was intelligence retired. He was basically
Yeah,
John
and
Wick.
honestly, I think he didn't retire. I think he left with dirt. Like he must have some kind of contingency that he's still important, but he left on his own terms.
Yeah, and the explanation about what happened in the movie Serenity was wonderful about human nature. But one thing they never explain were the guys with the blue gloves,
They
right?
worked for the Alliance.
Yeah, but I was thinking they gonna show up in the movie, right? Because they have the
I
things.
don't know if it was time.
Yeah,
I saw an interview, like a clip with James. I always mess up his name. Masterson, who plays Spike in Buffy,
uh, yeah.
and he said that he was going to cameo in Firefly, but the show
Oh,
got canceled.
oh yeah.
Which I feel like is a cool idea, but also those two worlds shouldn't be the same world.
Yeah, but
And then if it
Josh
is,
Whedon
River,
always bring back his
yeah,
people.
I know. But then, I mean, I think it's interesting, but then River's a slayer, right?
Yeah.
In that, if those worlds are the same worlds, is like River being a slayer makes sense to me. But yeah, I'd love to know more about Shepherd Book. That show is so great.
Yeah, I was reading the comics, but they are not. I hit and miss.
I have a couple of them. I couldn't get the first one. I have 2 and 3, I think, and I've been trying to find the first one to start at the beginning, but I might just read the ones that I have.
Okay. Well, okay. Back.
Oh my God, we're so off topic. We could talk for. I feel like we could just nerd
Oh
out.
yeah. We're
for
going
hours.
to nerd out because we fight for the Empire.
For the Empire.
For the Empire.
Rebels.
Oh no. I'm love the TIE fighter pilots. All shield, all guts, no shields. Well, let's go. So Hannah, please tell us who is Hannah.
Um, who is Hannah? I don't know. I guess I'm a little bit of everything. I say that I'm a nerd trapped in the body of an athlete. Because I've always played ball and I've always been known more for basketball, but I love stories and I love people. I think that's part of why, like, a lot of the feedback I get on my novels is that they're very character driven and people can really relate to what my characters are going through, and I take pride in that. Some people are world builders, and I'm more of a character builder as a writer, and that translates really well to acting, to creating characters that I'm becoming. So that was nice to learn when I got to theater school at 33, when I'm going to school with a bunch of 19-year-olds.
You are
Which was
33?
I'm 36 now.
No. No.
Yeah.
Lies! Deception!
Yeah, actually, me and Jubilee are the same age.
Wow.
Jubilee debuted in May of 1989 in the X-Men comics, and I also debuted on Planet Earth in May of 1989. So,
Wow.
yes, 36 years and still trying to figure it out. But, yeah, I like nerdy things. I like supernatural stuff and sci-fi fantasy stuff. I also love romance movies, like cheesy Hallmark movies.
Oh
but
yeah. My favorite
classify that.
my favorite Hallmark movie. I don't miss the Christmas ones, but I love the one called Snow Bride with Katrina Law. I love that
Okay.
movie.
I don't know that one, but I watch a lot. Maybe I've seen it. I just watch so many every year. But honestly, those are fantasy too.
Yeah.
You know, those are fantasy too. So I mean, if I want a sad story, I'll watch the news. So normally I like things that make me feel good, that make me smile. And though dark moments are important, and my books sometimes have some darker moments, I think that it's to juxtaposition the joy and finding each other and the optimism, the hope. And so that's what I try and give in my writing and in my life. I like coaching basketball, and I work a little bit as a personal trainer as well. But
Oh.
mostly I'm just like, I'm out here trying to figure it out and make the world a little better every day, you know? Like,
And
I think I'm pretty simple, but very lucky that I'm able to do what I love and still, like, keep the lights on, you know?
oh, well, guys, I found Hannah not because she's a writer or basketball player. It's because I like to see people reacting, making reviews about books, and I find Hannah making a reaction of audiobook, The Homeland by A.R. Salvatore. The, technically, the sixth there's book, but is Hannah.
I thought it was the fourth.
No. Yeah. No. It's the sixth one because we have the. Oh yeah, the fourth. Sorry. Mathematics is
Oh my
not
God, I
Oh,
was so scared for a second.
yeah. Sorry.
Whew.
Hannah will give her opinion when we get there, but I never see someone making a reaction of a audiobook. Hannah, you are a front of your time. Please continue. It's your charisma sell the book, and for me it was so fun because you're going, oh, nice. Oh, it's a society, a matriarchal society. What? They are killing babies?
Are we
The
killing
Spider Queen will not
babies?
accept the sacrifice.
Oh my god! So was your personality flow? It's awesome. Please continue. But before we got in this, guys, Hannah, please tell us what your favorite authors, what inspire you.
My favorite authors. I mean, I'll say this controversially, perhaps, but the Harry Potter books were like they changed my life and saved my life. J.K. Rowling maybe doesn't say all the right things and doesn't know how to read the room, but her novels really saved my life and were such a huge impact on me growing up. I listened to the audiobooks of that and read those books over and over and over again to the point where when I wrote my first book, uh, I actually wrote Bloodkin and Curses first,
Oh,
and I abandoned it and then wrote
it's
Magic
a
Required,
it's a very
Dominion
common in with authors. The first always they put in the place in
Yeah,
Latin for some time or
yeah. So
forever.
I abandoned Bloodkin and Curses in 2014, and I started writing a couple years later. I wrote Magic Required, Dominion Required, and then I went back to Bloodkin and Curses in maybe 2022.
Okay.
And there were lines in it that were directly lifted from Harry Potter. Like, I was reading certain things and I'm like, oh my God, I was just imitating J.K. Rowling through this book. But because I had stepped away from it and written these two other books, I'd found my own voice. And so I was able to recognize that. And there are still times where I'll think of something or certain words that she used a lot, and it'll like ping in my mind, be like, oh, that's left over from
Yeah.
reading Harry Potter so much. But that series, I read a lot. I really like Patricia Briggs, and she writes a series where the main character's name is Mercy Thompson, and she's a coyote shapeshifter, and it's about a werewolf pack nearby and the whole fantasy world there. I really enjoyed all of the Southern vampire novels, what True Blood is based on. I've read all of those. But basically anything, any urban fantasy or, yeah, any urban fantasy, I've read it or I want to read it, pretty much.
Oh.
Anne Rice as well. I used to really like Anne Rice. And I do also Sue Grafton. I don't know if you know the alphabet mysteries. A is for
No.
alibi, B is for burglar. They're not fantasy.
No. Maybe
They're
they are
detective.
here in Brazil, but with different titles, right? Because
Maybe. But
something
those are
got
just,
lost in translation.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
They're mystery novels.
yeah.
But yeah, I really like those too. But yeah, I listen to audiobooks more than I read off paper.
Oh, me too. Me too. My all my um, Dungeons Dragons fantasy collections are audiobooks because they are
Yeah.
not available in Brazil. Most of them, right?
Hmm.
Especially in the Forgotten Realms, they are a lot of books. You can change, you can choose your right or your style right there, right? But what you say about J.K. Rowling, it's we have to trying to separate the work from the author, right? The
Yeah, it's an
world.
interesting discussion separating the art from the artist, for
Yes,
sure.
thank you. But I have a good news for you, Hannah.
Tell me.
Here in Brazil, we have the Adventures of Marvin Green.
Okay.
He's our version of Harry Potter. It's a
Oh,
and the author will release in English soon.
oh, cool.
We
Okay.
already got three books. The fourth is in production, and he is a clear homage to Potter because he's a magic boy. He's got amnesia, and some they say to him in wands, magical wands were banned for some reason that is in the book. We have to, and someday a man came to him and say, "You are a green, the last of the green," and he gave him, "This is a wand, this is a book, and this is a key." And the key is like she opened doors like the Monsters Inc. world. You can
Okay.
travel,
Yeah.
and the boy must find the person who the book supposed to go, the guardian. And in this journey, he find himself, he find a family, right? And I think it's two characters you're going to like. First is Boris,
Okay.
a cat,
Okay.
right? And the second is Solomon, his first teacher, the master of shadows, dark, tall, and mysterious. Right? And soon he going to be released in English. And the new covers were made for the Apollar, the guy who made the Harry Potter's commemorative anniversary covers.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So
Cool.
I hope you when will release. I will tell you.
Yeah, message me. Tell me
Yeah,
for
yeah.
sure. Yeah, I'd love to know.
So about your novels, what you can
Yeah.
tell about your novels?
Okay, well, this is, I realize actually I only have three here, not all four. I don't know where my fourth one is.
No
But
problem.
this is Magic Required. It follows the story of Lachlan Iliel, a Celtic demigod who's seeking a redemption he is not sure he deserves. He starts to get prophetic visions of strangers in deadly accidents and thinks that saving them will help him heal and on his road to redemption. And he is wrong. It doesn't help at all, and maybe makes things worse. And that's the first book,
Oh
my
boy.
first one. Next is Dominion Required, which picks up about 6 weeks after Magic Required leaves off. The third in this series is my most recent book that I put out, Haven Required. And I won't talk too much about these two because it will spoil the first one for anybody who wants to read the first one. But my other book, Blood, Kin, and Curses, is about Dyson Blake, a vampire who gets turned and has to discover this new world she never knew existed while trying to avoid an ancient curse. She appears in Dominion Required, so she's in this one, and Lachlan is in Blood, Kin, and Curses, which takes place a few years before this series. So my goal is to have 5 books in the Lachlan series, and probably 5 books as well in my Dyson series. My ultimate, one of my big, the dreams you have that are probably not going to happen, but you hope for them anyways, is that my Lachlan series will get turned into a video game.
Oh, nice.
I would love that. And I think the first one could be if you take just the first book alone, make it a complete standalone story, add a couple other fights in. I do feel like it could be a decent video game, kind of. I mean, the first video game I ever played was The Last of Us,
Wow.
which unfortunately ruined video games for me because nothing is as good as The Last of Us.
Yeah.
But that kind of linear, simple upgrades, great story, fun cutscenes. I love that. Any game recommendation anybody has that's like that, hit me up. And I think Magic Required could be a good linear, simple upgrades, good story, good cutscenes type of video game. So I love that.
I will recommend to you Halo Reach.
Oh, yeah? Okay.
Yeah. Great story is the prelude for everything, right? And great ending. Watch until the final titles. That game was awesome, and I love Halo.
Yeah. I haven't played in a while, and I really miss it, actually. I would always play on Twitch so the chat could backseat game.
Yeah.
Some people don't like the chat backseat gaming. I'm like, oh, are you new here? Please tell me exactly where to go. I want help.
Well, I will tell you something. In the end, you're going to be watching the cutscene in the ship. When you go in the hangar, take the joystick, throw to your right.
Well, I'll make sure if I get to Halo Reach, I'll tell you, and I'll be like, you better log on to help me out.
Oh yeah, and and I like the back seat, but sometimes one thing about Halo is my daughter. Once she never play. Someday she go, oh, I want to try. She's basically John Wick with a pistol, and she hated. She killed. Oh my God, a lot of headshots with a simple pistol. She go. Pew, pew,
Yeah,
pew.
that's
Oh,
not.
that's easy. It's not fun. I don't want to play anymore. Oh my God, you're a monster.
Yeah, that's not me. I'm a button mashing rage machine. I don't know how to do anything, and I just have fun and yell at the chat with
Oh,
love.
okay,
With love.
okay.
When
So,
I mess up, I'm like, chat.
and about the your books, I is something you who going to watch the Hannah videos. If you send a review, she will send you the book, right?
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure. If anybody wants an ebook or an audiobook, I'm happy to send that to you for free. I just ask that you review it everywhere and tell all your friends. Because as an independently published author, like that's actually why I started my YouTube channel, was to talk about my books, and then my channel kind of took off. So yeah,
It
I'll
started
make,
with Hannah, the professional writer, and finished with Hannah, the adventurer.
exactly. So I'll maybe I'll send you a link or something, or give you my email to put in the description of the video where people can reach out if
Oh
they
yeah,
want a book.
will be everything will be here.
Awesome.
So, um, and a friend of mine is launching sci-fi adventure fantasy in English, and I will send it for you to.
Perfect.
It's like um, a mix of Voltron and Senseiya,
Okay.
right? So, um, I have a question. I call it Sophia Choice, right?
Oh,
Of your books, who is your favorite book and favorite character?
that I wrote.
Yeah.
Um, my favorite book is probably Dominion Required, that I wrote, my second one. This one. Although I'm re-listening to Haven Required right now, and because the audiobook just came out not too long ago when I was really busy, and I listened to it a lot when I was editing it and working with the artists, but I haven't listened to it in a while, and I'm actually like, wow, I did a good job. But I really like Dominion Required. My favorite character to write is maybe Anana or Jenner. Jenner is Lachlan's best friend, and most people tell me he's their favorite character. He's really fun to write because he's a little outrageous.
Yeah, yeah, I know how you feel. I'm writing a book and I released the one of the chapters like a short story. It's called the Storm and the Blade, right? It's here and is these two characters who are not the protagonists. They are just two adventurers based on two of my friends and they stole the show.
Yeah.
Oh my God. People, oh,
Yeah, I mean that happens. It
yeah,
happens
yeah.
in like I heard somebody, I think I maybe read this somewhere, but it was like who like Harry Potter is the most underrated character in Harry Potter. You ask anybody, who's your favorite character in Harry Potter? Nobody says Harry
Harry
motherfucking
Potter.
Potter. So I feel like the main character is always a little, maybe not underrated, but because it's about them, eventually they get a little annoying. And the side
Yeah.
characters have more freedom. And so, yeah, I really like writing Jenner. And in my second book, I introduce a character, Queen Anne, or Inanna, and she's based on a Sumerian god, the god of
Ooh.
love and war. And she's really fun to write. I like writing her. And I think I'm going to be introducing a character in my second Dyson novel that will rival that level of fun. And I'm actually trying, as I'm writing this series, I'm kind of recognizing my own patterns and trying to stay away from, oh, is this just another version of that character? Is this just another version of that other character that I already have? So I'm trying to be a bit more creative, but I do really like digging through history, finding forgotten historical figures, and then writing a story about them. Like, even Lachlan, he was actually a side character. Because I wrote Bloodkin and Curses first, he's one of Dyson's friends. And when I abandoned that novel, I was like, but I like the world I've built. Who in the world could I write a story about? I like this Lachlan character. Okay, at the time, he was like blonde hair, blue eyes, Irish, young, whatever. And I was like, okay, that's a little, like, that's not really the character I want. So I did a bunch of research in Celtic mythology. And in the original story, he was Lu, who is a Celtic god. And I was like, okay, 2 on the nose, plus Lu dies in the story, in the myth. But Lu was a triplet, and the other 2 were drowned. And so I was like, well, what if the other 2 weren't drowned?
I'm feeling you give me a spoiler here.
No, it's revealed pretty early.
Okay.
The first book.
Okay.
Who Lachlan is. Like, maybe chapter 5. I guess it's a bit of a spoiler. You can put a little spoiler warning if you want.
Yeah, I will put a spoiler warning.
In terms of how I created the characters.
Okay.
It was more like, I really, all that to say, this is a non-spoiler clip you can use. I really like finding interesting historical and mythological characters, changing them a little bit to suit my purposes, and then writing a story about them.
Oh, cool. So, now, my other question is, from your characters and your books, what surprised you with the fans, with the feedback?
I guess that people read it at all. That's really nice. I really like hearing that my dialogue is natural. That's probably my favorite piece of feedback that I get, that the dialogue is believable and that people actually talk like that. Because that's something I really harp on when I'm pretty tough on that in any media that I consume. And I work really hard to make the dialogue as natural as possible. And I think part of the reason that works for me and why I'm successful at that is because my first draft is basically a script. Like, I say I suffer from white room syndrome.
Wow.
In that my first 2 or 3 drafts, everything takes place in a white room. There's no setting. And I put that all in later drafts. Because for me, the dialogue, the natural dialogue and the storytelling is the most important part. I'm actually a little like, I have this one short on my channel that my boyfriend always makes fun of me about, where I'm like, stop world building. Like, I think that because Lord of the Rings is so popular and everybody wants to be Tolkien, and Tolkien was a linguist who wrote the languages first, and then and it's like, you're not Tolkien. The world is only important if it's important to the story. Otherwise, I don't care how the monetary system works. For me personally, and this is like, there are certain things even in Crystal Shard where I'm like, I don't need to know this. Why am I learning this right now? I want a character to follow. And so that's, I basically try and write books I want to read. So yeah, my favorite feedback is that my dialogue is natural or that my characters are strong, because that's what I love when I'm reading.
Oh, did you read the John Carter books?
No. John Carter. No, I haven't read those books.
Yeah, you should try. Rice Burroughs is basically a white room guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What is it called again? John Carter?
John Carter for Rice Burroughs. The same who create Tarzan. And don't watch.
Well, I don't finish my books with white room syndrome. I do hope that I build a rich world around my characters.
But he started simple. Things will follow like Tetris.
Yeah. Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
I can't play Tetris, but I understand Tetris. I'm colorblind, so sometimes.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah. It is green, it is yellow. It's the same for me. Don't yell with me, please. Well, So, Hannah, now, books, not just your books. Whom, the question is, if you can choose author, live and dead, to drink a beer and have a chat, who will you choose? And if you can choose a character of any book and any universe to be your crush, who will be?
A crush.
Yep,
A character. Books only.
yep. First author, then the character.
Author I'd want to have a drink with. Um, Maybe Patricia Briggs, the author of the Mercy Thompson series. She does some similar stuff to me, and it'd be nice to understand more. I'm just looking around at the books I have. Anne Rice would be cool. Oh my God! You know who I want to talk to is Stephanie Myers, who wrote
Oh,
Twilight. Because that poor woman, oh my gosh, she took such vitriol. I think it would just be interesting to get to know her as a person. I watched this really interesting YouTube essay a couple years ago about how we all owe Stephanie Myers an apology, and like Twilight is no sillier than Fast and the Furious. It's just for girls, and society hates girls, so they hate Stephanie Myers. It was a really, really interesting take on it, but yeah, she does some really creative stuff that I think is quite underrated, and like it's easy to laugh and make fun of Twilight, but it's really interesting. Like I don't know how much you know about Twilight, but
yeah, I have
there's
the
a
experience because my oldest daughter, she want the Twilight books,
yeah.
and I read the books because of the movie,
I mean,
right?
they're very flawed. There are a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah,
flaws,
yeah, yeah.
but
But
it's
I am
interesting.
I'm more like a Shadowhunters guy. I was very happy when my daughter
Oh
won the
my God.
Shadowhunters
Okay.
one.
Have you watched the show?
Yeah, I watched the
I
show.
Okay, you want to know who my crush is in the show? It's friggin' Magnus. I
Oh yeah.
love Magnus. He's the coolest. He's the coolest.
And did you get happy when they in from the between the season 1 and season 2 they changed the lightsaber things before real
Oh my
swords?
gosh. Yeah. Well, they got some money. That's
Yeah,
probably what
yeah.
it was. They got a bit of money. But I think the ending of that show I thought was done very well. Very well. The books, I actually like the show more than the books. The books was a little weird. Cassandra Clare does some weird stuff, but also I read somewhere that Mortal Instruments is Draco Ginny fanfiction.
Wow, nice. I must look on this.
Like Clary is a Ginny type character.
Eh,
The werewolf guy, I can't remember his name now, but he's based on Lupin.
mm,
And
yeah.
Draco is the Jace is based on Draco.
Oh.
I don't know if that's true or not, but I can see it when that happens. But yeah, I guess Stephanie Myers would be one I'd be really interested in.
Oh, the
Yeah.
one thing about the TV show of Shadowhunters is the actress who made the vampire, Catherine Lip. I became a fan, and she do make a lot of the silly, light romance movies, yeah, style, Hallmark Channel style, right?
Yeah,
She
yeah.
got a princess trilogy.
Good for her.
Yeah.
Good for her. Make your money, girl. I wish I could too. I'd love that. I'd
Oh,
love it. A lot of
well,
Hallmark movies are actually filmed not far from here where I am now. And Shadowhunters was filmed in Toronto.
well, we never know in the future. We see Hannah in the Hallmark movie, right? A Christmas
I might be
movie.
too tall. I'm probably okay for the quirky friend. I don't know about for the lead though.
You're going to be a very nice lead.
But I'm 6'1".
So what? They find a
So they need the guy to be
they can
like
find a tall guy with charisma, or a short guy with a lot of
let's go.
amoxie, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, so in terms of characters that I have a crush on from books, honestly, like it kind of depends on the series I'm reading.
the first one that came in your mind when I say it.
It's one of my characters I love. It's actually, okay, this is a little weird, but the way the guy who narrates my books does the character of Llewellyn, I'm like, oh, he's so great. He's so great. I love, like, on the page, he's fine. He's great on the page. But the way the narrator does him, I'm just like, oh, swoon.
Oh,
Swoon.
oh, so fun. I'm so happy that you agreed with this chat.
Me too.
So, Hannah, let's talk about Crystal Shard.
Yeah.
Okay, in your words, please tell about the homeland and how you react when I try to
Okay, I have
explain to
questions
you.
first. I have some questions first.
Yep.
So, the first appearance of Driss in any form was where?
Was in the Crystal Shard.
Okay, I am so happy. Oh, nice, you got it. I'm so happy that I read Homeland first because it made Driss more important to me. Nice. And if he wasn't as, like, I can't imagine having read Crystal Shard first and enjoying it as much as I did because there are so many main characters. Like, who's the main character of Crystal Shard?
Yeah, the fun story is in the first draft, Wolfgar should be the main character, but
Yeah.
Salvatore got in love with Drizzt, so he put Drizzt and changed the story, and Drizzt was born.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think because I had that background, like Homeland, Driss is very clearly the main character.
Yeah.
You know? And because I had that emotional attachment already, and I'm a character-driven reader, it made me care more about the things Driss cared about in Crystal Shard. And there were parts that I
But
would have liked regardless, but I think it was enhanced by my emotional connection to Driss from reading Homeland first. But I enjoyed it. There was a lot going on. I will say there was maybe too much going on, and I don't know if it was because I read it too fast or
I think
or
you,
whatever.
you read too fast. I'm finished. Oh my God, she just finished.
It was 3 days. 3 days. And I did it all day. But it was like it was hard to keep all the fantasy races straight and who was in which fantasy race and how they were feeling about whoever. There'll be a video of it. I'll send you the link.
Oh yeah.
You'll see my confusion. But I think
Homeland. So and I want you to I'm so regret that I do not record this because your reaction when I explained to you that the books 4, 5, and 6 was the first. You go,
then I read the Phantom Menace first.
Yeah, you read the Phantom Menace first. It's Star Wars, and yeah, basically it's Star Wars.
Yeah, but this was good for me as a more character-driven reader and wanting a strong character that I can attach to. It was good for me that I read Homeland first. I don't know how I would have felt reading Crystal Shard first. I do vaguely remember somebody trying to explain this to me before I read Homeland, and I was like, whatever, I'm starting with one.
Yeah.
But I did really, there was a lot that I liked about it. I did find that there was a bit too much going on. Like, there were certain things where I was like, this could have been simplified, and I would have a better concept of what's going on. I don't know how it could have been simplified or what to do. I'd probably have to read the book again to figure out how I would have redone certain aspects. But, for example, when the demon character was summoned by the, like, weak whoever guy who summoned him, and the demon just, like, killed that guy right away.
Yes.
Why do we have that guy?
To summon the demon and show that.
Sure, but, like, there could have been I just feel like that was a lot of, there was.
Well,
is that as important? Is that guy important enough to take up that much page time? You know, like, I
They,
get it, the demon needs to be summoned, but like there could have been a million ways for that demon to be summoned without that other character. Like the crystal shark could have done his little whisper into Castle's ear, summon this guy, he's going to help us out. Castle could have done it, you know. One of the gremlin people who are working for Castle could have done it. I just feel like there were a lot of these little moments where I'm like, why is this important enough to justify the amount of time we're spending on it?
yeah,
And so, like, there were little things like that that were tough for me, but also, especially towards the end of the book, and I talk about this in my video, the fight scenes at the end, when there was this big battle happening. Like, the first fight scene for 10 Towns, like the first little battle for 10 Towns, no complaints, no notes, great. The second one, where I feel like we have established characters now who we care about, but we're not following them. We're following fantasy races, the goblins, the humans, the whatever, and I would have been more engaged if we were more closely following a specific character in those moments. It was like we're watching the battle from out here, but I actually just need it here. Like, I could just watch this character instead of the whole battle scene. You know, so there were a couple moments like that where I'm like, I think the lens is too far back, and I would like to be a little bit closer. And there was a lot going on. Like, I could have taken some more development of Caddy Bree, I think her name is.
yeah. So first about the
Like,
about the demon, he will return
yeah.
in some many books. He right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Spoiler.
Sorry. Um. And the crystal shard about this whisper because she want a weak holder, not a powerful one like the demon, right?
Sure.
Yeah, and the
But it was a weak cat who summoned the demon anyways.
yeah, but the crystal shard prefer someone weak of mind, so she can control because a powerful demon like the Ertu, he can fight for control. Right? This I think
But
that's
he didn't. But he didn't.
but for to fight
He
for
didn't though.
because they
Castle was just like, I'm gonna die super soon, and then you can have it. And he's like, okay. He didn't fight. If like that's something different. If he was summoned by somebody else, came and actually fought and caused a problem, okay. But that didn't happen. He came and did exactly what Castle wanted anyways. So why couldn't Castle have summoned him? Like, there was no difference. So like, it's just, and that's a small complaint. It's very nitpicky. But I just feel like there were a few moments like that like weren't like that character. I would have rather learned more about Caddy Bree in that time.
So
take that time, give it to a different character.
Katy Bree, about her, if you follow her in the other books, she got one of the greatest character development I ever seen. She go from the daughter to warrior to other things.
Spoiler.
Yeah, she is one of my favorite characters, right?
Yeah.
So what you are saying is makes sense because Crystal Shard was the first book,
Yeah.
and after that he create Homeland, right? And we can see the difference, the evolution of the writer. So, about Homeland, what do you think about Zach Nafane?
I knew Zach was my guy. Zach doesn't like this vicious world. He's on his knees saying, please deliver me from this evil.
Oh my God, I love Zach. I love Zach. I was so sad when he died. Yeah, I think that world is so interesting because, partially just because it's so dark. Like, it's like actually dark. Like, not feels dark or the material is dark. Like, it's actually
Dark.
Like, there is no light. It's actually dark. So it's like, what does that even look like? Like, it's almost hard to conceive of in some way.
It's basically they change
because they can see differently than us. Right?
Yeah, yeah.
So
they see things like Predator, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah, and that's just interesting as like trying to visualize the world in my mind and kind of, I guess, um, inserting my version. And this happens with any reader, right? You make your own world in your head of what you're seeing, and how almost to a point it was like Zach existed in a different world than the rest of the characters because of his morality. Like when I picture Zach in my head, it's not dark.
Yes.
It's not, because he existed in this different moral realm than the other characters. So that's really interesting to think about. I am pretty bummed that he died. I remember I watched the video again in preparation for reading Crystal Shard, and I do remember walking through IKEA and just being like,
I remember your face. Oh,
IKEA.
oh my God! And you outraged after when you are in the parking lot. Oh.
It ended. There's 24 minutes left on the audiobook. They tricked me.
Yeah.
It ended. Oh my God!
I know, and it just ended. I'm like, I'm all ready for Zach and Driz to go to the surface world and make a life together, and this guy's dead. Ugh, awful. Although I did on this one, when the audiobook ended, I did not listen to the trailer for the next book. I did that last time, and I did not do that for this book. I didn't listen to the trailer, so I'll just be fresh going into.
Oh, nice. And
going into the next one.
About the question of how they see the vision later is something people found a little strange. They changing this in the future because the rules of Dungeons and Dragons change, so they do not today they don't see heat. They have uh, they can see in black and white with the minimal light. So in the Underdark now they have these mushrooms who glow very soft and they can see everything. So they change because they're rules. But I like when they see the heat. I love this part, and I find funny for the draw invisibility spell is like I make you cold because they don't see your heat, and in the surface you go invisible and the draw can see you and kill you, right?
Yeah.
So,
but oh, there he is.
There he is, and
Right.
I was very happy with your reaction, and in the books we going sometimes find more about the Zeknafing past.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Right, but I must warn you: if you going to when you go to exile, uh, take a box of tissues.
Which one is that? Is that the Clone Wars or is that Empire Strikes Back?
Clone Wars.
Okay.
Right.
So I got to do Empire Strikes Back and Return of the Jedi, and then I'll go back.
Yeah. So the Crystal Shard, I love the way he starts because it's like a western. He walking in the snow, right?
Yeah.
And you get a notion about Driz.
Well, even before that, we have the bit about the shard being created, right?
Yeah, I like very much the how it's introduced.
Honestly, it kind of confused me. I didn't know, and maybe I just need to listen to it again. And honestly, sometimes this is why I think I love watching and reading things over and over again, because the first time I don't always get everything. But with like a 12 or 14-hour book, it's tough to be like,
yeah,
you know. But I like there are entities in the shard, right?
Yeah, when she was created, 10 liches who are very, very powerful undead wizards get together and build this using the demon, spoilers, right? Has oh, I can bleep this word. So one unwilling servant and was so the power of the thing was so great that when the pull for oh my god, they were like suck the power of the lich, and all the 10 personalities got inside in the shard, and is like it's one of the most evil things ever created in this world.
Right. Yeah. So that intro, I liked it. I was like, yeah, it's interesting, and this is why I like reading things multiple times, because when we got that at first, I'm like, why am I learning this now? You know, like this kind of feels almost like something I should learn later when it's relevant, because it's not relevant now. And that's something in my writing that I find very important, is that I'm only giving information and exposition when it's relevant. If it's before it's relevant, the reader doesn't need to know. That said, when Kessel finds the shard, because I knew what the shard was, I was like, oh shit! Like, I was like, oh my god. So it's interesting when I'm reading books. Not that this is so outside my genre, it's just like something different because it's more high fantasy than what I usually read.
I
It's
think it's
interesting
what
to
I
get
love your
that
reaction.
other perspective on how to tell a story. And that, I think, is really valuable.
Yeah, and when thinking the Homeland one is you got the direction. Oh, the gods are real, right? And in fantasy,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
gods are
yeah.
real. They give you
I'm still
powers.
not sure.
Uh,
Sometimes I'm like, I don't know. I don't know. Sometimes I'm like, this can't, like, I don't know. Yeah, it was interesting because I really thought, I'm like, this spider lady's not real.
oh,
She's not real.
like the fans like Collar, the spider bitch.
Okay, that's what I was gonna say. I was like, this bitch is not real. That's what I was gonna say.
She is real and she's super evil, right? She,
Yeah, I guess I wonder, like, I mean, I'll learn this, I guess, as I read on, but, and this is, funnily enough, kind of similar to the conversation I was having this morning with my neighbor about Superman. It's like, when a character is so overpowered, they're hard to write.
yes.
So,
Yeah.
like, what is the motivation of the Spider Queen to rule over the Drought? Like, why? Why does she even care?
Oh,
You know, and
I cannot
learn
spoiler this
stuff.
to you,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
but
I'll learn it. And
oh
I
my
get it.
god, what the bitch?
I just feel like characters with so much power are challenging to write. So it'll be interesting to see where
It's
that goes.
in the series is character. Then he give a spiritual philosophical talk to Drizzt, and then Drizzt start to change the way he see things, and it's very very interesting, but it's very far in the books. But the way Drizzt changes, it's a nice see the evolution of the character. But one thing the many fans of fantasy think is bold for Salvatore is um, we don't have in the party of adventures. We don't have a wizard of or a cleric. They are sometimes they travel with Driss for sometimes they are never in the companions, right? So we got basically three warriors and a thief who is rages, right? But
Yeah.
going back a little, so we met Driss. Then
Yeah.
we got Bruno Battlehammer. I love dwarfs,
Yeah.
right? And I love him. And we know about him, about his past, how they are a dwarf and a drow being friends for fans. Oh, that's different, right? Because they hate each other. Well, technically, the dwarfs got beef with everybody, right? So, what do you think about Drizzt, Brunor, Regis,
Well,
Canterbury, Wolfgar?
yeah, I think that any did you watch Rings of Power?
Oh yeah, I have to watch Rings of Power because
I
I
only watched
cannot
the first season.
I
I didn't
cannot
watch the
say
second
bad
season.
things about that thing if I don't watch it until the end. Oh my God, I was
Yeah.
feeling they are draining my soul.
Well, I bring it up because in Rings of Power and in Lord of the Rings, and I would say perhaps in this book too, the friendship between a dwarf and an elf is always the best part of anything. If there's a friendship with a dwarf and an elf, it's always great. Whatever the relationship is, like, it was the best part of Rings of Power. It was the best part of Lord of the Rings. It was great. It was a great part of Crystal Shard. I would have loved more of their interaction and their banter and their friendship. And yeah, I liked the relationships, and I liked the juxtaposition of Wolf. What's his name? Wolfgar and Driss, and how their characters were going on a similar journey. As I said, I think Catti-brie needed a bit more development, but maybe that will come in the future. I just feel like there were some moments where I'm like, who is this person again? Like, why do I care about her? What is her connection? How often are her and Wolfgar actually around each other?
They
You know, like,
because
they got
they 5 years, right?
Yeah, but 5 years of what? 5 years of him working 12 hours a day. What does his free time look like? What does her free time look like? What is she doing while he's working? What is she doing when her dad, like, I just feel like there could have.
Basically, she's that girl who do what she wants because her father love her and trust her, but he say don't do this. She going to do.
Right, but what does she want?
So that's what we're going.
We're going to whatever.
Yeah.
We didn't in this book.
Yeah.
And I think we just could have gotten a little, like, we got more of her personality at the end when she's like, what, am I going to live here by myself in mines that are blown shut? Like, thanks, Dad. We got a bit more of her personality there. And when she's like, hey, Driss, big dummy over here is going to go do something dumb and he probably needs your help, so go help him. Like, we get a bit of her character towards the end, and I just would have loved, it could have been really small too, just a little bit more of her early to create that attachment and again to build the relationship between her and Wolfgar, because we have his relationship with Bruner, we have his relationship with Driss, but we don't really have so much of his relationship with her, and I would have liked to see that. With Regis, I honestly was very surprised that he did not pay a bigger price for manipulating people for so many years.
Don't worry, we're coming. They are coming for him.
But it hasn't yet. It'll come. It's going to whatever. It hasn't. It didn't in this book. He was basically rewarded for that. Like, he was shunned for what, like a week and a half, and then they're like, actually, we need you now, so come back. We're not mad anymore. Like, it happened. It happened really fast, and so I was just surprised at that. Like, why was it important for him to have taken advantage of people in the town for so long? Right now, it wasn't important. He didn't have to do that. What did it reveal about his character that couldn't have been revealed in different ways? I'm not sure. Maybe it's all set up, but I think, like, give me the information that's relevant to the story you're telling now.
Think about Salvatore, and you are like my friend tell me that two types of writers, right? Farmers and architects. You are an architect. You build things with everything in your mind, and a farmer just put the thing there and see how it grows. And Salvatore is like that. He put I get mad with him because we seen some books. Oh, nice character. He do a lot of things in the place. Oh, this guy can just retire or make a cameo. So things like this. But Catti-brie, I agree with you, but I give you a lot of hope for the future, right? But Regis also, but let's talk about the great character in all Driss books, Guinevere. Right?
Guinevere,
Did you like the thing she do with Bruner?
I liked Guinevere more in Homeland, I think. We got more Guinevere in Homeland. We got just a juicier story, a more focused story. I think, yeah, being able to take take Regis to her world. Is that what you mean? Like that's cool.
No, no, because like Guinevere became one of the favorites of the books
Yeah.
because in Homeland and Exile and Sojourn she got more screen time, right?
Yeah.
But she got this habit to sit on top of Brunner.
Oh.
And I think it's so fun because it's something about her personality, right?
Yeah.
Because in the first book, and she's a companion, and he says she was were his first best friend, right? But when we got the Homeland and we find about Guinevere, you're going to love Exile. She basically draws conscience without talking, right?
That'll be interesting. Yeah. I feel like she was a bit of a prop at times in this book. Um, yeah. And again, this is one of the reasons why I'm happy I read Homeland first because I had a bit more. I had a history with the character, so I cared more about the cat. Um, but yeah, a bit of a prop. But again, like this is the beginning of a story, and I think like it's almost like you got to think of it as a part one. You know, this is not even a
Yes.
story. It's actually just like the first episode of a 24 episode season. You know, even though it's really long, just understanding that this is a lot of setup. Um, and that allows me to be a bit more forgiving with some of the stuff, like with Caddy Bree or with Regis and the like not really getting his comeuppance for taking advantage of people, or with Guinevere. Like it gives more space for like imagining, oh, this is going to get filled in. I'm not upset that it's not here because I know it's going to be filled in. But like I mean there's just so many characters. There's so many characters in this book, and yeah, sometimes that made it tough, but I could see how that will make it really cool, you know?
Yeah, sometimes you're going to be angry, and I'm anxious to see you reacting and your opinion. But what is your favorite part of the book? Because for me, I have two. Is the crafting of the hammer. I
That's what I was gonna say too. Yeah, I
beautiful.
like that part.
And the second one, I when we play games, we say side quests, right? And the side quest in the Giant's Lair is my favorite part. Like it's like a buddy cop, little weapon part of the book. For you,
Yeah. Um, I like the forging of the hammer and like him giving him the hammer. I have this. I was just watching like all my clips that I'm gonna make into this video. But when he's like, I just gave my fake son a hammer, and I hope nobody sees me being nice. You know, it's just like so silly that like I got to be a big strong man and nobody can see me be nice to anybody. You know, so
and
that was
he is nice
cute.
with everybody.
I know. Yeah, so that was cute. I liked that. What else did I really like? Um, what stuck out in my mind actually, maybe not a scene that I liked, but my favorite part of the book was Driz has a little monologue or whatever you want to call it, where he talks about the value of tradition and how like Stasis's death, best part of the book. That so relevant, like eternally relevant, that idea of the value of tradition and the cost of tradition and lack of change.
Yeah.
That easily head and shoulders above. That was the best part of the book for me.
A friend of mine, I rented the book to her, and she tattooed all that part in their arm about the tradition.
It's fantastic. It's the best part. It's so good.
Okay.
It's so good. I love that part. But what I was going to say before that was one part that really stuck out in my mind was at the end of the first battle for 10 Towns when Driz is passed out and then like some random fucking villager guy comes over and kicks him.
Camp.
Like that whole scene about like this is someone who literally just saved your life and the life of every single person you know, and yet you can't get past what he is,
Exactly.
But that
Well,
comes
he,
and stops them,
but
like that, the evolution, like the
yeah.
availability for change and evolution, showing like somebody coming and being like, hey, why are you doing that? Stop doing that. Like that is kind of similar to that monologue that Driss gives in terms of like holding on to these traditional values that we have and weighing the cost benefit of having that belief system.
Yeah, and the fact someone got a punch in the face was helpful, right?
I'm okay with it.
So, well, Hannah, so what you going continue about after the Crystal Shard with the Streams of Silver, or you going back to Exile?
No, I'll do probably Empire Strikes Back next. I'm gonna message you. You're gonna send me the title to make sure I do the right
Streams of
one.
Silver.
Yeah, I'll do that one. Because I think that's honestly, I'm happy I read Homeland first because, as I said, it gives me an emotional attachment to Guinevere and Driss and gives me some backstory and an anchor, I guess. Because if I didn't have that anchor, I don't think I would have been able to engage as much with the world because I care about Driss, so I care about what he cares about, and he cares about 10 Towns, so I care about 10 Towns. But yeah, I'm gonna hopefully upload this review. I'll try and time it with yours. You might be faster than me though, but
Oh, mine, I don't know so far. I edited in my free time,
okay.
right?
Okay, good. Me too. And I'm like, yeah, my life is a bit in chaos, but yeah, it's really fun to do videos like that. So
Oh yeah,
again,
yeah, yeah.
thank you for reaching out. I really appreciate the push to get back into something that I really enjoy. So I'll probably work on that video over the next few days. I mean, and I'll send it to you. Maybe it'll be up before yours. You know what? Maybe that would be good because then if you want to, you can cut bits of it in.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, and I don't know what will be next. There are a few things that I want to watch, but I've just been busy and stressed, and life is hard, life is busy, life is expensive, so it's tough to kind of always carve out the time for this stuff. But yeah, I look forward to reading more books in this series, and I have a couple friends in Toronto who told me that they'll create like a 1 or 2 hour campaign for me to try playing D&D because I've never played before, so I'm really excited
Oh yeah.
about that. So that should be good too.
So, in Streamers of Silver of this, the first series, it's my favorite because it's the Salvatore version of the Mines of Moria.
Okay, yeah,
So
yeah. I was
it's
feeling that a bit, yeah.
and we have
Oh my God, I will say, I hated the fake out death. That was so stupid.
oh yeah, I cannot tell. I playing a lot of jokes on my friends, so I
So
laugh.
stupid.
Oh my god.
I hated that. I was like, this is dumb. Like, why? What's the? Because he wanted to get him to agree to go on this.
Yes.
So like, it was okay, I guess, but I was like,
And uh, we have some parts I want to see your reaction, but about the dragon.
that was actually one of the parts where I was like, why is this here? Like, what, like, okay, now he has a bunch of treasure that he can pay people to like him with. Like,
Yeah,
I get it, but I also felt like
he need the deed of kill the dragon to go to his tail to get the right to
sure,
challenge
but
the king.
he gets there, and he's like, I'm not gonna kill you because you're frozen.
Yeah, that's I think. Okay, I'm a player of D&D and fantasy, and if I find a dragon sleeping, okay, my honor can be a little low level. I can. Yeah, it's a dragon. That thing is one of the most powerful monsters in the world, right?
Yeah.
And he, no, I am an honor guy. I am Captain America. Be awake, kick my ass, and my friend will come and help me, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's icing death, icing,
I
what's
seen
the,
death. Yeah.
yeah, icing death, which to me is the silliest name.
Oh,
I
you're
was just
going to get
like,
a lot of serious name.
I was like, okay, death by cake. Give me more icing. I will eat all the icing and be happy and die. Like I was just like icing death really makes me think of a good cake. But I think for me and my way of telling stories, that needed to be relevant sooner, introduced sooner. It was introduced only for that. It was only there. Like, this is the whole story, and this is the only part where that matters. Like, get rid of it or make it matter in other places for me.
Right.
So I think what would have fixed that is if we had been introduced to the idea of it earlier and we cared, because I didn't care. But maybe that's just me. Maybe that's just me. And I'm not a D&D player, so I don't have the same connection to that stuff as other readers might. But strictly from a story perspective, I think that, like, he didn't... Did we hear on Page, did he tell Caddy Bree about the dragon?
He tells something about, not exactly, but something about his father, something dangerous. And like you say, she snitched on him out to say, he going to do something stupid. Go save him, please.
Yeah, like, it would have been interesting to see maybe a scene where we see them get to know each other and he reveals this story that his father used to tell him. You know, and it's just a story. It's not real. You know, maybe Caddy Bree has a sad day or something, and she asks him to make her feel better. Does he have, like, tell me something about you, whatever. And he's like, well, when I had sad days, my dad told me this story about this dragon and all these riches, and if you could do this, whatever, whatever, and it's just a story. And he tells it as just a story. Then we get some development between the two characters. We get some personality. And we get this idea introduced. And then later we learn, oh, it's not a story. It's real. This is a quest he has to fulfill. You know, but because we didn't have that intro, I'm like, this is nice plot armor. Like, this is nice.
I love talk to people with writers to see the taking the no wow make my mind yeah right. It's like when we watch writers of the Lost Ark and people say, hey, we don't need Indy in the movie, and you rewatch the movie and say, oh my god, we don't need Indy in the movie.
Yeah, he does nothing in that movie. He might as well not be there.
Yeah, you're a
And
teacher.
it all
You're a
happens
teacher.
exactly the
Go attend to your classes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm so happy that you read the book. You give your opinion because it's so nice to see a person who do not play the game and experience the game bit through the books, right?
Yeah.
And we got a lot of books, a lot of writers. We have those the one shots, just one book, who are wonderful. And I suggest you the Pathfinder ones that in another world were one shot. So I hope
I gotta finish one world at a time.
yeah,
so that
yeah,
I
yeah,
can
yeah.
really understand everything before I move on.
Uh,
So if I go to another world and come back, I'll forget everything.
Oh, yeah, and about Canterbury, I remember, I think a few years ago, I was in Costco or Walmart. They have one of those Halloween kits. And it was Canterbury,
Oh wow.
yeah, cosplay, and you can buy the plastic drift swords in the eBay.
Cool.
It would be nice in your wall, the swords crossed.
Yeah, I'll put it back
Yeah,
here
yeah.
somewhere.
Well, Hannah, do you want to talk about anything else about these books?
Not particularly. I would just say to anybody who wants to recommend something to me, you can find me on Instagram to do that, or email me. I'd be happy to send any books. I don't know how fast I will get to reviewing things because, as I said, my life is in a bit of chaos. I'm sure we can all understand that and appreciate how hard it is sometimes to make the time for our smaller passion projects. But I always love to hear from people and hear, and like, I'll read the comments on this video. When you post this, I will be responding to people in the comments because I love the back and forth. I love hearing other people's perspectives and having my mind change. So if anybody has any like big thoughts about some of my thoughts, I'd love to hear it, and I'm happy to respond to it. So yeah, thanks for having me on. This is awesome.
Oh, I'm so happy. And guys, the Hannah's books are in the Amazon and other platforms, right?
Yep.
No,
Yeah,
other
so
places.
there's audiobooks, ebooks, and paperback. You can get them on Amazon. You can probably, depending on where you are in the world, get them from any major bookstore. Like here in Canada, we have Indigo. In the U.S., they have Barnes and Nobles. You'll be able to order them through that. So I don't know if you guys have a big bookstore like that, but depending on where you are in the world, you should be able to find them through any major distributor. But you could also, if you can't afford it or you just don't want to pay for it and you want to give a review, you can reach out to me and I'd be happy to send you an ebook or an audiobook. And I would really appreciate a review in exchange for that. And yeah.
You are so nice with the. So, Hannah, it's some news or spoilers about you that you want to share with the people.
News or spoilers about me? I mean, I'm trying to write a monthly newsletter on Substack. So if you want to keep up with me, that's the place to do it. There's an email list that it goes out to, but HS Paisley on Substack, and you'll find me, and that's where I put most of my updates. I put like videos, clips to commercials I do, or pictures from my month. Just kind of share what I've been going through. So that's the place. That's the place to catch up with me.
Oh, all right. So, Hannah, we have a tradition here in the Adventures Lair. We call Momento Carini, the Carini moment. It's homage
Okay.
a friend of mine called Carini Ribeiro. She is the official translator for Drizzt in Brazil.
Oh wow.
Yeah, we call him the Drizzt mother. She's better than his real mother. So,
Yes.
so it's you saying some nice things, but this moment is. Oh, I have to do the jazz hands. Yeah, you send a message to the universe.
A message to the universe.
Yeah.
And always my same message for my channel. Just be friends instead. Like whatever you're doing, why not just be friends instead?
Oh, thank you, thank you. Well, Hannah, thank you for this chat. I really love it to chat with you. We geek out about Firefly and Superman
Yeah.
here, so I hope to keep talking to you and see more of you in your channel. Please, 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 more reviews, more reactions, more Hannah and making drinks. I love that one.
Oh my gosh, yeah, I did. I was making drinks. You know, I'm not. I don't really drink much anymore, so I don't know if I'll be able to make drinks. But I did make some bread in this last
Oh,
video. I was
yeah.
making some bread. So bread making, I'll
Oh,
do.
oh, nice. And they smell in the house. It's so good, right? Okay.
Yes, yes.
Well, Hannah, thank you for your presence. Guys, this is Hannah. All the links will be in the video description. I'm Marcus. This is Hannah. This is the Adventures Lair. Until the next time.
Bye.